Oh, hello, and welcome back, my fellow chess enthusiast. In today's episode, what we're going to be doing is absolutely destroying our opponent here with the Caro Kann. And so, we have the Caro Kann on the board. My favorite, most known opening. We have the advanced variation. What will we see? We see the cheeky pawn move here. And it's a 6-minute game of chess with 3-second increments, so I'm going to explain far more about this in the end. But you got to push the pawn 2 squares, okay? You push the pawn 2 squares, you make the pyramid, we go for the pawn push. And that's the most trying move right there. You know what? I don't actually know what to play here. So we're just going to throw in this check. I'm fairly certain that it's going to be okay. Okay. And then, what do we play here? I'm always afraid of this. We pin the knight. That's what we do in this position. We pin the knight. We go for this. That's what we do. I hope. I sure hope I know what I'm talking about. And so this variation, I don't know everything. But what we're generally trying to do here is bring my knights. That is the game plan. So we're going to bring the knight. If this happens, we're going to wiggle all the way back, maybe to this square. The queen can generally come out to here, but not right now because we don't want to trap my bishop. Okay? So we got to figure out what we're doing with this bishop first. And I think this pin is just dreadful. And so I can step up. If he traps me, I trade. So we're not going to go for it. Oh, did I just walk straight into this? Come on, bro. I need to get better at chess. I literally just walked right into this. Then I step over. Then he attacks. Yikes. Yikes. Ooh. This check is going to be terrifying when he gets my bishop. So I think I might have to play something like this. Not to mention, we were trying to figure out what to do with this bishop. I think that was a terrible move by our opponent right there. I think that was a terrible move. I'm going to take with the bishop because we're covering this. But once this knight moves, this pawn is hanging if this bishop is still in the way of the queen. So this pawn is defended by this knight, which is actually a weird configuration. So he should probably just move the bishop maybe. Yeah, moving the bishop would probably make the most amount of sense. Because once I kick this knight, if he jumps in, I'm winning a pawn like this. Okay. Dude is just terrific at chess. What a bummer for us. We have to kick this knight out. We cannot let this knight hang out, harassing my side of the board. So we are literally just going to kick the knight out. And the knight's going to go back. And I think I survived. I'm okay with giving up my bishop. He can jump in. If we take, he has this check. It's about time we castle, don't you say? It's about time we castle. And we're up a pawn. We will move my least active piece, the last piece that I have not moved. So now it is in the action. Pushing this forward seems a little bit risque, and I don't really want this knight to move, so we are just going to play this. If he plays here... Not really sure what I want to do about that. Maybe I should have thought about my move for just a second longer. Oh, if he pushes, I take. If he takes, I take. He comes in. That's scary. Really, without any hesitation, I think we're going to just take this. Right? Now this pawn is hanging, so... I think I'll survive. Pawn is defended. He can play something like this. He can get active. This knight is very scary. Okay. I'm thinking we are really worried about the queen coming in, so something like this might be in the cards. So I think we play this. Then we're threatening this pawn. Is this stupid? Active with the queen. We're up. That prevents this because of the rook. We're attacking this, then we're attacking the knight. We're preventing ideas of this. This would work. But we can just step back. But then he's got these ideas, which get scary. Okay, so he steps back. What I believe is going to be really beneficial for me. We don't want his knight coming in. But what we're going to do is just aim to trade off the pieces. This is the open file, and I intend to fight over it. And if he does not capture, Then I'm putting my rook on this square. And then if he captures, I got to pass pawn. So quick calculation, that is the game plan. He wants to do the same exact thing as me. I think I jump forward and I'm attacking this pawn. This is a little bit scary as well. Is giving him a passed pawn, like take. I think jumping in is going to be okay. He doubles up. That really forces my hand on that one. I can go here. We really don't like this position. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I think I just give him the passed pawn. This is going to be a headache to deal with. Do I step forward? He steps over. Then I step over. No, if I play this, he jumps in with the knight. This square is a little bit of a cause for alarm. Pushing this hangs this pawn with check. Jumping in attacks this, but then my knight is like far. I can pin the knight, and if he jumps in, I take the queen. So this move might make a fair bit of sense. And I'm not sure. Ooh. Not convinced that was a great move. His knight can definitely get in. And that's just scary for all sorts of different reasons. But I'm up a pawn. If he lets me get up 2 pawns, then I don't care about him having the passed pawn. I'll be able to do something about it. So if he doubles, I take. He comes in, but then I take your pawn. Or I take your pawn in the middle, and that's... No. He would capture back with this pawn. Then it's safe. But then my knight's over here. Take. Then he pushes. So I can just take. The knight's coming in. I take this pawn. We just trade the queens. I'm up a pawn, right? We take here. The knight comes in. I take this. Then what's this knight trying to do? Jump in like this. Then I take. He takes. I'm not convinced. Did he really calculate everything there? He can get in. Like, if he doubles, I can grab this, and then I'm just up 2 pawns. And if he doubles, I can take this. I think I'm just going to go for this, right? Or we go like this, and then we come back. Here. I come back. If you push, I block like this. You take. We're going for this pawn. You double, and I take. I think we're going to be chilling. 2 pawns is a lot of pawns. My knight on the side of the board sucks. Make no mistake about it. Okay. For one, I think I have this first. This is actually kind of scary. So I have to step over here. Then take. So we might want to just get rid of this rook first. Then he has the passed pawn. That's actually really easy to defend. If I play this check and I step up, this check is almost definitely coming. Need to bring the knight back. This is where we want my knight. That is what we're trying to do here. He also just has... one step closer with the knight. I think that makes a fair bit of sense. No? Sure hope I'm not hanging anything. And I'm really trying to go like this. Because if we trade down and you're up a pawn, it's a draw. But if I'm up 2 pawns, I just don't see a way that you can win. We step in and jump in like this. Boom. I also have a tempo winning move on this rook. Then he doubles, but then I slide in like this. He takes. 56 seconds. We got 3-second increment. Don't worry. I play a lot of bullet. I got this under control. We are in a rook and pawn endgame where I'm terrified. We don't want him to win this pawn. We jump in, we're attacking this. Like, what are you going to do? Push? I think I just take. And I'm not 100% sure, like, you take. You don't want to give me a passed pawn. But now I'm not convinced. I will just take, and bring the king. And at that point, I know that I'm winning. We take. You get a passed pawn. Potentially, so do I. Okay, so he doesn't want to give me a passed pawn. Do we want to trade that knight? I can question the knight. I can step forward. Step forward. We step forward. The idea is to kick this knight out and make him take. "35 seconds. I need to play faster. Okay? We're going to go. You take with something. I'm just going to take this. You can get behind it, but I go here, here. Defended. Yes. I push this. And it pries apart. We're going to just pry apart this position. One tiny step forward at a time. Because we need this king getting in. We're going to take like this. That breaks the pawns. We step forward like this because the king wants to get in like this. So yes, you can kind of stop me. But I'm fairly certain you run out of moves before I do. I step forward. Like, what are you even trying to accomplish with that? I'm coming in to kiss, like, give your little pawn a kiss, my friend. Held. Like, yes, you can touch. My rook is uber passive. I can create a passed pawn over here. I can step forward, and if he defends it, let's do that and just kind of get his rook to step back. He's gonna repeat, obviously. Oh, he gives me a check. Activity. We're threatening the rook. The rook's got to do something. You got to stay on this file. I think I pushed this. We push this. Now I'm going to make a pass pawn over here. Outside pass pawn, my friend. You can play this, but I'm literally just going to invest in my pass pawn with my king. Good luck stopping me. You run this way. I step in for this pawn. We use this as a decoy. There's probably a million different ways to win this. You guys, I've probably missed some stuff at this point, but the idea was to have an attacking game. Was that an attacking game of chess? I don't know. This is just how I play chess. We just, play chill, grab some pawns, and win in an endgame. Now, to be fair, my last two opponents have both been under 1900, like 1880, and I only really play casual because every time I play, I record a video, and I just don't want to face cheaters, and people don't cheat in casual. So, fun fact. A tip for you. I have this, right? You step up, I step up. That's scary. This rook is annoying. I probably just give up something at some point. I step forward, right? I don't think that's going to work. He can just check me into oblivion. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. We will push this pawn one square at a time. This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous position. I have two outside passed pawns. That took away this. I can sacrifice this, right? At some point I can. And your king can't really come help, because I will probably just grab this. It's not so clear. I just don't want to hang anything. I can push this. Let's do another round of shuffling to gain some time. That could be scary. But really what we're doing is we're shuffling these moves. Here. Okay. Now, officially, I cannot repeat the position again. I think we push this. I'm not sure, bro. We step here to touch this. Yes, he can get this. I'm so just confused right now. What if we just put my... What if we completely change the plan and we bring my king back to block this? Does he have a way of attacking? Okay, we cover. Yes, he can push this. He pushes, I take. If he goes here... Bro, are you kidding me? I hate chess. Now I lose this. We step forward. Bro. Absolutely unbelievable, this game of chess. Oh my goodness. If I throw this away, I'm going to be so upset. We go here. He covers. I step in and I grab this. You have to play this. I step here. You step here. We touch this. We're going to sacrifice this pawn to grab this pawn. Right? And then we focus on this 2-on-1 situation in the middle of the board. We play this. Here. He's going to give me a check. I'm going to have to step up. This is not super fun. We step here. We give a check. We're going to go here. If he attacks this pawn, we step back. And I'm really threatening this now. Now I'm just absolutely winning. Absolutely winning. We'll go ahead and give him some time because I'm confident. We're going to take this. If this happens, we're just putting it on a square. Here. Here, here, here. Are you kidding me? He's blockading me, bro. Now he's going for this. I shouldn't have given him time. I should really just... I don't even know what I'm trying to accomplish. He can attack my pawn. This is ridiculous. How long have we been in this endgame? I don't know what I'm doing. We're going this way, bro. What if I bring... I think I need my king. You can't take. You can't take, bro. My pawn will run. We step back. Still defended. Jesus. I'm trying to come this way, bro. This is what we want. this, and we're chilling. We're trying to come up to go here. Push. I push, right? No, I don't. Oh my god, I gotta step back. This is not a draw. I know it is not a draw. I think I gotta start giving checks. I haven't given a check in a while. Let's try that out. He's gonna hit me with the 50 move nonsense. He loses on time. I'm embarrassed at that endgame. I think, you know, we probably made close to 50 moves at that point where nothing had happened. I did not know how to win that endgame. Trying to bring the king here didn't work. I just kept getting checked into oblivion. I need to figure, like, check, forces him back. I threaten a rook trade. I don't know. I went about that the completely wrong way. Look at all of these moves. We're up. I need to look at this with the computer. You guys need to look at this computer with me. That was harder than it looks, okay? I know you guys are screaming at me like, oh, bro, but that was harder than it looks, and I'm not that smart. So, let's see how I was actually supposed to win that. And getting to this point, I mean, I think was pretty solid. Not knowing how to convert this is embarrassing, but getting to this point, I think was pretty solid. So let's check it with the computer, and I will see you over there. And here we are in the analysis. And if you notice, I am wearing a robe because I went on a date with a Vietnamese girl, and I ordered the wrong thing. So I ordered this special all you can eat. So it ended up being $75 each. And the total bill was $190. And I got a little at the end. So is that what I wanted? The answer is no. But now I have time to show you the game in its full entirety, okay? So I have analyzed this, and I have recorded 2 different videos trying to explain this and the best parts, and the end game was literally just beyond me. There was a few tactics, and we're going to fly through this opening real quick. We're playing the Caro Kann advanced variation. When you see this, all you got to know is push the pawn 2 squares. I'm going to show you this real quick. If you don't push the pawn 2 squares, and you push this forward, boom, 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 boom. Your bishop is trapped, okay? You got to give it up for something, and it sucks. Okay. If you play the pawn 1 square, you get boom, boom, boom. You can either go here and get forced back here, or you can go back here all by yourself. Going back all by yourself is better, but we're not going to ever do this because you're going to push the pawn 2 squares. Then he pushes forward, you defend with the queen or bring the knight, and either way he's capturing, and this happens, and you have essentially a really bad position, okay? A really bad position. So all of that can and will happen if you do anything else other than push this pawn 2 squares. So some people say you need to like understand the meanings behind moves in the opening. I don't think it's true. Just push it 2 squares. Everything else that I explained will never happen to you. Push the pawn 2 squares. That's all you got to know. You don't need to know what's going to happen if you pushed it 1 or you don't push it at all. You're never going to find out because I tested it and tried it for you and lost many games to those other variations, and it's not going to happen to you because you watched this video. And so boom, boom, boom. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be pinning the knight. It's okay. Now I know the idea. We pin the knight. He captures. I capture back. That check would have been fine. We develop a knight. And this pawn in the middle of the board is simply hanging, okay? I can just grab it. This is pinned to the queen, so you're not going to capture back and lose your queen. And the discovery check doesn't work because that square is defended by the knight that took the pawn. It goes boom, boom, okay? And if he jumps in with the knight, I can attack the queen. You capture back. Then I step all the way back. Okay, whatever. Either way, I'm winning a pawn. Long story short, I'm winning this pawn. This pawn is hanging, okay? We scoot around, boom, boom, and I question this knight. And in this situation, he jumps forward. Now, what you don't want to do is trade a bishop for a knight. What you almost always want to do is trade a bishop for a knight and a pawn. Now, if it is a central pawn, specifically this is the most annoying pawn that he has in the position, and we get rid of it. So yes, I lost the light square bishop, but I got a knight and a pawn. And not only that, he doesn't have a dark square bishop. So losing my dark square bishop doesn't even suck that bad, okay? So we are chilling. We're up a pawn. We're making some moves. And right now, this pawn is hanging tactically for the second time. We can take. If he takes here, we take here, deflection to move the queen away from attacking the knight. We take back on the bishop, and if he attacks the knight, there's a lot of different things we can do, but the simplest is like just come back, and we lose the pawn, but we're chilling, okay? I miss it. I trade off equally, and I'm still winning because I'm up that pawn. And so now if you see the evaluation is like -1, that's because I have a pawn. Tactically hanging for the third time, right? Third time, I can take the pawn because this rook was never actually defending that pawn or attacking my knight, because if he ever takes the knight, I'm just going to take your rook with check, and that sucks. So you can't even do it. So tactically, the knight is hanging again. Do I see it? No. Instead, I move my queen closer. He's got this tactic where all this can happen. Neither of us saw it, so we don't really need to talk about it, okay? We step forward, he steps back. Yet again, he moves a defender of this pawn. But lo and behold, it is literally hanging again because now my queen is on this square. So I can take it again if the knight takes. Boom. And I mean, for one, it's going through here. So the best move is to really just step back, but then we just trade off equally. Then I grab the pawn. I could plug the open file, whatever. It's all winning. So was that the fourth time that pawn was hanging? It was the fourth time. 4 times tactically this pawn was hanging in the position. 4 times in one game. Each tactic was different, and I missed every single one of them. So that is just not the sign of a strong chess player. So we trade off the queens. We grab a pawn on the side of the board, and then first tactic for our opponent to find. We step here. Now, the simple idea of this is a good square for my knight, and you trading knights gives me a pass pawn, and me trading knights simply means that you're just losing more because I'm winning. Now, unfortunately, he has this move. Jumping in, defended by the rook, threatening a fork of all my everything. So the best move is to really just step up, but then he just grabs my rook. So by the way, it's just attacking my rook. So if he jumps in, it doesn't matter which way I go, if I go here or if I go here to defend this square from the knight fork. Well, let's just go here. He jumps in with the fork anyway. I take, but that moved my rook up to undefend the other rook. The same tactic that I had on him earlier. Bada boom, bada bing. He missed it. Okay. 5 minutes. All right, let's just skip forward a little bit. We trade some knights, we trade some pawns, and I know in this position I am completely, absolutely winning. So we push this pawn to get my king in. Cool. He doesn't want to take and let my king get in. We're just going to take and separate your pawns. His pawns are now separated. He has 3 pawn islands against my 3 pawn islands, but 2 of my 3 pawn islands are 2 pawns. Okay, we push this forward so I have a square for my king so I can get into the position. If I can get my king here, I'm attacking this pawn. That is the idea. Boom, boom, boom. We get in. Then I figure, let's step forward with my king. Step forward with the king. Then I figure, let's step back with the king. Then I figure, let's step forward with the king. Then I figure, let's push a pawn, because that is the best move, because we're making a pass pawn, and then I have 2 outside pass pawns ready to turn into queens. Should be an easy way, should be an easy road to victory, right? No. The answer is no. Now, what I did here is I did a little bit of time farming. Shuffling the king back and forth. Time farming, it's a real chess term, but it's something you can actually do. And so essentially the idea here is to get checked a few times just so I can gain some time on the increment. So I could have gone all the way up, but I guess I got scared of like my king getting stranded and cut all the way off. So I didn't do that. Not this time. But I go up 1 square just to get checked, to step back, to get checked, to then make the move that I was originally normally going to play. Cool. And I gained a little bit of time from doing all of that. Now, in this situation, I do the same exact thing. We step up, we get hit, and instead of stepping back, this is the best move and the move that I want to play in the position, but instead we go boom, 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 boom. And that's a lot of moves that if are played quickly, look, I got 17 seconds, boom, 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 boom. Then I play the original move that I meant to play, but now I have 25 seconds when I make that move instead of 17, okay? Now, we start pushing the pass pawn. Let's just get into this. We're scooting around, and I blunder. I blunder it away to a draw because both of my pawns are undefended on this rank. So I push forward, and my rook isn't actually defending this pawn because he can just take it, and I can't take the rook. The rook's not actually hanging because, well, it is, but then he just makes the queen. So my rook needs to stay on the back rank. I can't go up taking things. So long story short, this happens. He makes a queen, okay? So I have to go back and defend, which I do promptly. And what he needed to realize is to grab this pawn and lose this pawn, and this position is holdable. This position, boom, 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 everything like that is holdable, which is impossible for a 1900 rated chess player to know. So instead, he defends his asset. This pawn is his asset, and I can understand him not wanting to give it up, Plus with 40 seconds, I've got 7 seconds. But now I step forward and I defend my asset. So now you've got an asset and I've got an asset. But at the end of it all, I have 1 extra pawn. Yes. Yes. Okay. So we start pushing the passed pawn. We're doing a shuffle. And literally, I cannot explain to you how stupid I am. In this situation, he literally showed me how the tactic worked. I pushed my pawn forward and he just took it. And I wasn't able to take the rook because he would promote to a queen. This is literally the same tactic. I take the pawn and you can't take the rook because I make a queen. I got confused because it's on the other side of the board and I'm the one doing it and it's not being done to me. But I am so bad at chess. He literally showed me how the tactic worked. I understood it and I saw it. And then I have the position to do it right back to him and I don't. So I don't know how many games of chess I need to play to not make stupid moves like this, but I can straight up just grab this pawn because this rook is not defending it because he needs to stay on the back rank just like my rook was. Instead, I hang the queen. Okay? I'm still doing okay. All right? I'm still up a pawn. So I'm still up a pawn, so I'm still doing okay. So it's a draw, but I'm the one fighting for a dub. Okay? Now, I'm trying to figure out how to position my pieces. We're getting checked, but I grab this pawn. And now, I step forward, I step over, and I challenge you. I'm going to tell you what I did. I took this and I played against Stockfish on the highest level. No, I ran through this exact position with the computer so the computer could show me the best way and the best idea of how to win this position. I did that 2 or 3 times, and then I played the computer 2 or 3 times. Literally, I got to draw every single time. So this is harder to play than you would think. It's harder to play than you would think. 1 pawn is pretty much always a draw. 2 pawns with the king blockading them is also a draw. So you can throw it away to a draw pretty easily. Like I did just there. It's all zeros. But neither of us know that. And so we got to make some moves. I'm not giving up because I got 2 extra pawns. So essentially I can just keep making moves till I lose the 2 pawns. And that's when I'll give up. I'll still, even if I got 1 pawn, I'll still keep going because I'm the one it's a draw, but I'm the one that could potentially win if one of us blunders. So we're shuffling around. And I challenge you to try and find like the way to win this. Okay? I'm trying to figure out what to do with this king. We step up. We're stepping around. I'm coming over here. And why is this move throwing it away to a loss? Boom. He's coming in. 2 attackers on my weakness. It forces this move. It seems like the right idea to me, right? I mean, you're literally as active as you can possibly be. You're cutting the king off. You're tucking the pawn. Seems like the right move. It throws it away to a loss. So the reason for that is maybe I can run up this way and support this. I forget. We cover. And here, I think I need to step up. Actually, no, stepping back is fine, but stepping up is also fine. So stepping up and just giving this up, you can't actually take it. So like if I step up and you take, I just take. And so I think I realized that at some point. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. This is where he lost on time. And I made that pawn capture on move 75, and now it is move 94. So essentially, I have 30 more moves to figure out how to win this endgame. And I got to let you know, I don't think that I have it in me. The right idea is to give this check, okay? And then if the king steps up, you step in, you can give another check, and you slowly but surely you start pushing the pawns. Played perfectly, I think it takes far more than 30 moves because you've got a rook and you can just give a million checks. And definitely a human can throw in some extra checks that aren't actually the best moves, but you can just throw in some checks to waste some time and make more moves to get towards the 50 move rule. That was 12 minutes of analysis. I can't believe I didn't get this like an actual win, but I challenge you. Take this position. Boom, boom, boom. Take this position right here. White plays this, and then it's your move as black. Play against Stockfish, and if you can win this, I'm proud of you. Kudos to you, because I just couldn't do it, and I even watched how to do it with the computer. And so we could run through it, but I don't want to waste any more of your time. And I think it's too complicated for me to really explain. But long story short, what you do is at some point you give a check. And if the king goes this way, you step in somehow, and you give a check supporting this pawn push in a way where he's not going to take this pawn. It's hard to do. It's hard to do. Please subscribe. I hope that convinced you that I'm the best chess player to watch on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching my video. It's been a pleasure playing for you. And wish me luck in this date. I've been shooting some shots recently. So we'll see what's happening. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much, and get out here. Bye.